Hey everybody, Luxinda Swirl here. Looky, looky, looky. I finally got my December Resin More art box. And I say finally because everybody else apparently got theirs a week or so ago. Mine was held up in the mail a little while. But that's okay, it's here now. And I am gonna open it and we're gonna see what we got. This is the December Premium Art Box or Craft Box from Resin More. I will link to everything below. If you are interested in signing up, I don't think they have any December boxes left. I don't know. So, if you're interested in what you see here, check out their website and find out. But they certainly have future boxes available for next year. So let's see what we got. This is very exciting. Our featured suppliers. Okay, so everything that's in here will get listed below. And, ooh, foils. I still haven't used foils. I got them in the last month's box as well, and I still haven't used them, so I need to do something about that, clearly. Maybe I should use some this time. What do you think? All right, let's see what else we got. That is my thank you discount card. I'll put that aside. And a candy cane. That's nice. Okay, first mold is an Xmas. And I don't know if it shows up here or if it shows up on the camera, but this particular mold, I watched them use it on the Resin More YouTube channel, I believe. And it has etched indentations in it. So you can try and either paint or somehow accentuate these certain things they have etched in here. There's a snowflake, there's another one. There's a hat with a brim and a snowflake in the hat, and then up here it says Merry, so the whole thing is Merry Xmas. So that's something I want to try. And then we have a six-pointed star. It's a beautiful mold. And the ones that looks like it might be a tree topper, but they can both be used because they have the hole at the top built in. So whenever you unmold it, you have it ready to hang. Christmas tree ornament. There's one, and then obviously this is snowflake, and it has the whole knob in it too. So there's another one. Okay. This would be, an ornament with a bow on top, and it's also to hang. So that's nice. And we have some resin from, let's see, Counterculture DIY, Artist Resin, medium viscosity. I have not used any of CC DIY's resin yet, so I'm looking forward to trying that out. Well, looks like we got two of them. Both are the medium viscosity. Okay, good. And this month we get Candy Cane Scrub from Island Micas and More. This is for after you're all done with your resin project and you need to scrub all the excess stuff, the art stuff, off your hands. This, I'm sure, smells deliciously like candy cane. And, oh look, I can always use another mixing cup, silicone mixing cup. These are great. This is resin dye from Let's Resin in light green. So that would certainly come in handy with some of these molds, wouldn't it? And eye candy pigments. So it looks like we have two different micas here, Mosquito and Tiger. Okay, and more sets of lights. I have a whole bunch of these now. I have not figured out how I'm going to use them yet. A couple spoons and a silicone mixing stick, which is fantastic. I'm always in need of those. And another mold, and this is also a hangable mold, or a hangable resin piece when you demold it. That's pretty. Nice Christmas tree. Okay, all our glitters. Ooh, shapes. Oh, I've got another mica here. This is obviously gold, 14 karat nugget gold. Okay, let's see what shapes we got. That's beautiful. don't know, New Year's Eve or something. And blue dots and Christmas red and green dots with some white. I was so excited when I found out these were going to be in there. These are little, I believe they're clay, polymer clay of little peppermint candies. That's great. I can't wait to use those in something. Hopefully we can figure this out, some project with using a lot of this stuff. Gorgeous big snowflakes, look at that. And also holographic or pearlescent maybe. These are holographic, these are pearlescent. Both nice big snowflakes. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna do and we'll come back and start our project. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, we're back. Okay, I wanna start with this mold, the Merry Xmas one. And I'm thinking I want to try, again, this is just an experiment because I've never done this. We've done nail polish in bigger molds where I'm just slathering it on. But I'm gonna try a little detail work with some of the nail polish. Specifically in the Mary that's here in the long X, and some of the snowflakes, using these clay or paint. They're used artist tools, the little balls on the end of a pointy thing, in different sizes. The big one will be for the Mary, and the medium one I have will be for the biggest of the snowflakes, and then I have a smaller one to try and do the smaller snowflakes. We shall see if any of this works. For the Mary, I'm going to go with this holographic glitter nail polish, which, if you may recall from the video where I painted nail polish in other things, this is just clear nail polish with glitter in it. So it may or may not work. We'll see. The red is going to go into the hat. And then I don't have white. I do have a white paint pen though. We can try the white paint pen. This may or may not work. I've seen some paint pens and I've tried some paint pens where the paint won't stick because it's so liquidy, and this is shiny silicone. It just beads up and you can't really get the paint to stay where you want it. So that may happen with this. If that's the case, then I can always grab, here's a nice big bottle. I can grab some acrylic paint and try to paint that in. I want a white brim and a white ball at the top. Another possibility for the ball, actually now that I think about it, another possibility for the ball is this other glitter nail polish that has, it looks like it's black polish with sparkly glitter, but it's not. It's clear nail polish with black holographic and other color shards in it. So that may work as a ball. It may not. I may go with white. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna try and keep my big head out of the way, but honestly, when I start getting in close to see the detail stuff, I'll have to just edit my head out if it gets in the way, and you'll see the bits and pieces that don't have me in it. All right, I'm gonna try. We're just gonna give this a shot. It may not work. In which case, I don't know if you'll ever see this part of the video. Let's try the paint pen first. I'm curious. This is a new top. It was an Amazon purchase. Might work. Need to pump a bunch out. Yeah, see how it's balling up? Yeah, if we can get enough to come out of the pen, it may work. Wow, that really doesn't want to stay, does it? Okay. Giving up on that one. Too bad, because it looked like it was going to work there for a bit. We will go on to paint. Okay, so the combo of nail polish and acrylic paint is working. Should have just started with the acrylic paint, huh? That's okay. We're learning. Oh. This all has to dry completely before I go on to the next step anyway, so that will now sit to dry. One thing done. Many, many more to go. Try the ball. I don't know if I'll be using, well, that's, yeah, is it gonna fit in there? It's gonna make a mess is what it's gonna do. I'll go back to my paintbrush. I've cleaned it. There you go. Those were the two easy spots. Now we move on to the more difficult stuff. So we'll just stipulate now that anything I try may or may not work. And we're back. Okay, to my surprise, things are all dry already. It's only been a few hours. Everything seems to be dry. Now I have this light set that works. Yay. I was informed, I think, I don't know when. I think it was on a video I watched. Maybe it was in a Facebook group I'm in. Somebody said if you wrap the lights around like a pen or anything, you know, like this, to get them more under control, they seem to be a little bit easier to make fit. Because right now, if I tried to push this into the mold, it would just be, there would be a lot of cussing and the lights wouldn't stay in there. I do plan on trying to tack them down with my UV resin that I got off Amazon. I think that's a good way to go. But before I get to that part, I have to get them in there. Oop. Well, I see a problem with that. It cures and then it comes loose from the mold because it's, yes, silicone. All right, that's not working. Okay, so I did the water measurement test on this before I started all of, what am I trying to say? All of the painting of things in there. And it takes about 5.5 ounces of resin. There is stuff in there. I do want to do an overflow tray. I don't want to move this now. Yikes, shoot. I'm afraid if I do that, the lights are all gonna pop. Oh, it's not too bad, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put a foil in here because I really do wanna see how this works. Turns out what I was thinking were black and silver foils in this packet here are actually the back of green foils. So, I am going to pull this one out. See? Take the tissue off. There we go. And here we have beautiful green foils, and it looks like that tree will fit into this particular mold beautifully. So I'm going to cut it out. This takes about 2.5 ounces, what did I say, 5.5 for that one. So I'm going to do 9 ounces because then I can use these Clear Calf 7050. Pour it in. I am going to use some alcohol inks, probably red and green. Not very many, just to give an indication. And over here, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I don't have to do anything. I may do red and green here too. I don't know. That'll be the next step. Stay tuned. And we're back. Let's see how this turned out. I'm kind of excited. There's a lot of experimentation in this. Some may or may not have worked. Like this. I mean, this is cute. You can feel the glitter right on top because, you know, I mean, I think a couple of them may have sunk in, but most of them are just sitting there. I'm not sure I care, honestly. You could dome it if you felt so inclined. I kind of like it like this because I'm, you know, the lazy artist. That should have been my handle, the lazy artist. I suspect somebody else has that already, but I am one also. Here is our very pretty snowflake coaster. I'm very curious to see how this one turned out. I know I should have put a thin layer of resin down first, put the foil in that, and then put more resin on top. Again, lazy artist here. But you know, it's in there. I don't feel the edges or anything. I actually think that looks pretty pretty. Let's see if we can get the green. So this side is green foil. That's beautiful. This side is acrylic ink. And you can see that the acrylic ink, for the most part, is still sitting on top of the resin. Not all of it, some of it's sunk in. You can feel it, it's all dry, everything's fine. Again, I could have left it in the mold and added just another thin layer to cover it up, and it would have domed it and made the whole thing flat with none of the edges it has now. So if I do this again, that will be how I finish it off. But I wanted you to see how this turned out. And most importantly, let's see how this turned out. Now I had a little trouble. You might have noticed it was fast forwarded, but I could bet you still saw that there's a couple of wires peeking out. And when I tried to push them back in, something else would poke up. So, you know, that's not perfect. I'm not going to try and sell this to anybody. This is for me. This is a Christmas decoration for me. And I used red and green alcohol inks. I would also have, were I actually going to commercially sell this, left it in here and put another layer of resin on top. It has very, very sharp edges, but I didn't want to overfill it the first time and have to deal with a bunch of flashing, so. Almost. Yay! All right, hey, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can see some detail. All right, so for this snowflake here, I actually added this. I guess I must have edited it out because instead of coloring into the etched snowflake, which I think you can see the etching and the snowflake that's there or don't match up. I got lazy again and put a snowflake from the box. So I put one of these snowflakes on top of the etched spot. It doesn't line up perfectly, but I thought, hey, you know, that's okay. Here is my glitter nail polish ball. Here is the red nail polish hat, the white pen and acrylic paint brim or trim. This snowflake I did paint with silver nail polish, and here's our Mary, such as it is. I mean, it's there. I'm not sure it's really readable until you tilt it and catch the light just right, but it's there. I did another lazy snowflake over here, adding one of these on top of the etching. So, and I missed this one completely in the hat, but that's okay too. The moment of truth, folks. I will set this up at the very end so it shows it off a little better, but I want to see if the light's still light after all that. Yeah, yay! It works! Yay! Oh, that is so cool. So, this was a fun box, this Resin More box, and I still have a ton of molds. So, let's see this on display. Everybody have a safe and happy holiday, and I'll see you in the next video.